Hello YouTube, this is BUB'S Comics coming at you with a quick comic haul. Went to my favorite place to go, MyComicShop.com, picked up a couple of back issues, and I'll show you what happened, the reason. So the last book in this haul is the reason that I was shopping on there at all. Of course I shop on there regularly, but the last book in the haul is the one that I'll tell you when I get there. So first off, we've got Rocketeer Adventures number 2. Let's make me small and get to the haul. Yo! Alright. Rocketeer Adventure number 2 with the awesome Alex Ross artwork. Alex Ross and I have a bit of a strange relationship. I can't... Not everything he does is great, in my opinion, and sometimes I see his work and I'm like, that's cool. And some of it looks much better, like, online. Like, when I go to see the previews for the coming months, coming weeks of what's coming out, every time I see an Alex Ross piece, I'm like, wow, that's fantastic. Then I get it in hand and I'm like, that's just okay. And I probably could have done without it, and certainly for the price tag that they command sometimes. But this one, Rocketeer, looks absolutely fantastic. I got holding it in person's even better than it looked online. That is really good. Just lends itself very well with this kind of period piece character. Absolutely love it. Rocketeer Adventures number 2, Alex Ross knocking it out of the park on that. He did a very small run on this book, just the covers, 1 through 4, and of which I already have number 4. There's number 2. Here's number 3. Rocketeer Adventures number 3. So what I do is that I put a bunch of books on in my shopping cart, and then you can click in there save for later. So I click save for later, and that way when a book pops up that I really want, I already have a bunch of other books that I'm ready to buy to throw in on shipping. So Rocketeer Adventures number 3. More Alex Ross. Check out that awesome Betty Page there. Well, I mean, technically she's not Betty Page, but Betty is Betty. Modeled after Betty Page. Look at that. Isn't that fantastic? I love that. Heck yeah, man. Look at that. That is so good. Look at that. I love it. Good stuff. Next we've got, this is a little bit of cheesecake here. DC Bombshells number 23 with the Keep Calm and Carry On sunbathing cover. Check that out. Isn't that cool? Now, these days they probably have a big uproar over it, but this isn't too far back in the past and we still got some good stuff going on. I have to assume that Supergirl and Wonder Woman, I think she's got the S, and if you look right there, if I can get it to focus, you got that Wonder Woman symbol right there. So it's hard to see that way, but that way you can see it better. All right, next up we've got, I mean, I'm not really going after all these bombshell covers, but some of them really do get my attention. That's one of them. Batman Adventures number 4. I'm working on this run, trying to knock it out. This run's funny because I thought that I had more than I really have. Like, I think I'm still missing like 10 issues or something. And I thought I was almost done. So, still got a little ways to go on this. But, I think this Templeton art, pretty cool. Batman, Robin getting socked in the jaw. So you can't beat that. But Batman... Sock him in the jaw. Alright, so here's the book that I had on my want list. So what I do is they have a want list, and if there's a book that you want that they don't have in stock, you can click it, add it to your want list. You can even select the grade that you want to add it to your want list in. In my case, I always just put any grade, and that way whatever comes across, I have a chance to decide then if it's good enough for my collection or not. So this one came across. It was low grade, but it looked pretty well presenting, and I couldn't figure out why. But Spider-Woman number 20. So this is what I thought, there's two of them that I thought were going to be the harder kind of non-key issues, if you will, of the Spider-Woman run to collect. And this is one of them. This is one that doesn't pop up as often because it's got Spider-Man on the cover, and it's a pretty cool Spider-Man cover. And I think it's their first time meeting, or the first time in her title, or something like that. So there's some minor, barely there key type status, but really it's just a cool cover and it's got Spider-Man on it. So, you know, that gets harder to get. So like that barcode, it's looking pretty good. So I like this book. This is the book that I had on the want list, trying to snag it off. And when it sends me a notification saying that one of the books that you put on your want list is available, it sends me an email. Then I clicked through, the book was still there, thankfully. Sometimes you miss out. You got to be real fast on those. Sometimes you miss out, but I didn't on this one. Got to it in time. Hurriedly put it in my cart because this book hasn't been available for sale on their site for months, if not longer. So I quickly put it in my cart. And then, like I said, I had all these books already loaded up in my ready to check out. So I went ahead and added those from the save to later and put them up top, and then checked out. And that way I'm saving on shipping. I got all these books shipped instead of just overspending what would have been for just one book. So why am I holding this? Well, because as I was bagging and boarding, I found out why it was cheaper. Look at that. It's got writing on the cover. It says 25 on the cover. You see that? See that, 25? So, you know, it is what it is. I really don't like writing on covers. If I can avoid it, of course. I just don't like it. It irks me most of the time. If it's a name, if it's someone's name, sometimes I can get by with it. But just a big writing across the trade dress bothers me. So we're going to take care of that real quick. Another good thing about having the ability to clean up a few things. So as soon as I got it, or as soon as I was rebagging and boarding, I noticed that it had that writing. We'll go ahead and do this real quick. So this is going to turn in quickly from a comic haul to a comic cleaning video. So you see right there, 25. It looks like it's written in grease pencil. So for those of you who don't know, grease pencil, really for this age book, I'm surprised it's in grease pencil. Usually grease pencil is Silver Age, back Golden Age, Atomic Age. You know, it's rare that I can think of that I've seen a bronze book with grease pencil on it. Maybe I leave it on there just for that. Yeah, right. So real easy with a grease pencil. Comes off with a regular eraser, white artist eraser. It's not a big deal. I just take it real easy and I go over there just so slightly. And grease pencil is just a kind of, and then I go and I kind of rub off the edge there to make sure I'm not smearing. But grease pencil is not even really, I don't know what it is. I guess it's grease. I guess it's a kind of, it's definitely not marker or, you know, graphite or anything like that. It's just kind of like, you remember the old wax crayons that your mom used to get you when Crayolas were too expensive? And they would barely color anything in. It would more just kind of smear some color somewhere, and it has these white streaks in between it. That's kind of what grease pencil is. So there you go. We're not getting crazy here. I didn't bring out the brushes and the white gloves and all that stuff, but there you go. All she done. Spider-Woman there. Grease pencil's gone. Nice and clean. That's it. So now, this book that I got way cheaper than it usually goes for, and it's rarely available at all, had a little bit of grease pencil, and that's why they had marked it down for being, you know, cheaper. And there you go. It's all fixed up now. There you go. Spider-Woman number 20. The reason for the season on that one. So that's it. That's all I got for you today. We'll catch you next time on Bub's Comics. Remember to read a comic and don't apologize. Whoop. For the glare. Thanks. Bye-bye.